enough time.
Not too slow, but go slow.
I also want to try that.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Cars924sv YouTube channel. You currently join me here at Kyalami Grand Prix Racing Circuit. This is basically the behind the scenes of what you're going to be seeing on the Cars924 YouTube channel, the main channel. And if you want to find out how I actually won this cab, stay tuned. It's actually included in this behind the scenes. So basically we're going to be taking an overall look around of all the cars that are actually on display at the moment right now at the SA Festival of Motoring. And let me tell you, it's an absolute treat, it's an absolute joy. Having a ton of fun, honestly, to be fair. And I think this is just an opportunity for me to show you what really actually does go into creating a YouTube episode for, obviously, for Cars924, and some of the things that you obviously don't get to see behind the scenes when I'm obviously creating the content. So yeah, without any further ado, I think let's actually move into one of the booths, one over here, where they have my all-time childhood dream cars, which you will see in just a second. And we have arrived. We have a couple of Germans and we have a couple of Japanese vehicles. We're going to start actually obviously on the bottom end of the spectrum. We've actually got, I think this is called the M8 or the 1M or the M1, whatever this is called exactly. But we will take a look at it once we're done. First off, we're going to take a look at the E30 BMW 325IS, a very prominent car here in South Africa. A lot of people do love this car. It's an overwhelming favorite, and you know, the driving dynamics pretty much speak for themselves. And then if we move over here, we've got a couple of these. I don't know them by name, so excuse me. I will just basically read off the model numbers that are available at the back of it. So this is an E36 M3, and then we've also got another E36 M3. This is the coupe, another 325i, 333 as well. We've got one here, another 325IS. As we've just walked in, we saw one there too. We've got a cool Alfa Romeo, another Alfa, and obviously some more Alfas. I'm obviously not a huge fan of Alfa, but they do make some pretty good cars. And then we've got one here where there is the chassis where we have the rear drivetrain at the rear, and then we've also got a couple of the suspension components at the rear. You've got the drive shaft, you've got the exhaust system at the rear, you've got the gearbox, and then there's also the engine as well. I think this is from a specific BMW, but I don't know exactly which one it is. And yeah, we've also got a couple of old school cars here available. We've got one here with the shell completely bare, nothing inside. Another Nissan. There's a Mitsubishi. We've also got a VW van bus. We've also got another 325i. There's actually plenty of 325s actually available right now here at the moment on display. got a nice cool Ford here. Wow, this is absolutely sick. There we go. A couple of these are actually, I'm not really familiar with, you know, old cars per se, specifically with the names, but the more modern ones I'm definitely more familiar with. For instance, like this one here, the BMW 1M. This one is a very, very cool car. And then another one that we've got here is the E46 M3. I don't know if this is the CSL version. Let's actually just take a look at it quickly. Yes, I was correct. This is the BMW E46 M3 CSL edition. And then we've also got another one, this small little tiny one here at the back. This one is pretty sick. One seat. I remember this car actually featured, if I'm not mistaken, on Top Gear. Yeah, that was a really cool episode on its own right there. And then we have got another right here in the middle, the all-time dream, the all-time favorites, the all-time overwhelming favorite of mine, the Nissan Skyline GTR R34. This car is exceptionally special to me. It holds a near and dear special place in my heart, basically from childhood when I used to watch Too Fast, Too Furious with Brian O'Connor. This was his car, obviously in the silver, and then also with the blue accents as well. So that's one over there, Nissan Skyline GTR. Would you take a look at that? This is absolutely sick. With the RB26, the infamous one, inline 6. This is the 2.6 or the 2.8 liter. This is an absolute dream. Also come to another special section here where they are going to be doing some drifting, but yeah, we will
one
come
more
back.
McPherson. 13111. I need a single lady.
We'll come back. All right, some more behind the scenes. We've got a couple of engines here. That's a Daza engine right there, 2.5 liter. That's the E92 BMW V8 engine in there. Oh, the infamous one from the E60 M5 and also the E63 M5. They use a naturally aspirated V10. Those have been discontinued. Best times ever. And yeah, so this is basically SA Festival of Motoring. These are all the booths at the moment that we have. We'll take maybe another proper comprehensive look around and see exactly what else we can film, but that's pretty much it here. That's what we have at this other section of the exhibit here, where we have your different cars on display, mainly your old schools. I think this is a Porsche 917, that's the Bean Mini Cooper, and then also another 917 as well.
Do you remember we went?
Old school American truck. I don't know exactly the name of this once again. As I've said, I think it's a Ford F250. Yeah, Ford 250. And then check, there's actually even another one that's slightly coming out of the container. Cool. This is really, really sick with the side exit exhaust as well, and huge wheels. This is sick. Okay. And we have arrived to the Volvo stand, where we take a look at one of the most prominent automotive companies in the world, well renowned for their safety and also efficiency as well at the same time, where the designs are absolutely impeccable on the exterior as well as the performance overall. If we take a quick look at this video, well, obviously this Volvo, really sick. Okay, so these are some of the models we have on display. It's the Volvo C40, and then we've also got the EX30 as well. I think this is a electric derivative of another one that they obviously have currently going on at the moment, but this one is really sick, finished off in blue and also with the yellow as well. I think that's the Swedish flag, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I am. And then yeah, we've got another Volvo right here as well, with some sort of like a outdoor theme going on here with the tent on the top, and then also some camp chairs as well. This is really, really cool. Okay, we are inside. Wow, this is really sick. So we've got the Volvo XC60 right here, and we are currently just taking a look at the infotainment system screen over here. Looks like someone was playing some music here. We don't want any of that copyright. So how do we go back? Obviously, I'm going to need some sort of education for this, but there we go. We've got our co-pilot over here navigating the infotainment system. So we've got things such as like your Apple CarPlay, your phone, your Bluetooth media player, YouTube, and many others that you obviously see on the screen. We've got a digital gauge cluster over here and a really, really cool smooth steering wheel. And then with Volvo, one thing I really do like as well is that the infotainment system, number one, is really good, but number two, to pair that up with that as well, is the stereo system, which is actually Harman Kardon. So these ones are really good and they sound so well. Let's actually take another closer look at the interior. So we've got the leather seats, obviously perforated leather with the white contrast stitching. And then if we go to the back, as you can see here, really cool cabin space with an ample amount of legroom, and obviously some ISOFIX here for the car seats for the baby as well. Man, this car is really neat. So yeah, let's go and take a look at some more. And here we are now with the Volvo XC40. Right. Alright. Very similar in terms of the XC60. So this is obviously slightly smaller than your road-going XC60. This is the XC40. Once again, the same infotainment screen, and also the very same cabin space. It's just that this one has obviously an ample amount of legroom. It's slightly bigger in terms of size. And wow, this is actually really cool. We've got a panoramic sunroof as well. You know, there's obviously a lot of space as well, as we've discussed before. Wow, this is really cool. This is really sick.